Hey everyone, welcome to this edition of Nick the Traveler, coming to you from Red Haw State Park in beautiful Sheraton, Iowa, United States of America. I've been spending the last couple of months reflecting on my around the world trip. While the dream has been fulfilled, it also, as expected, has made me want to travel more. But before I can do that, I need to find out how much this trip really impacted me. Over the last few weeks, lots of people have asked questions about the trip. But one of the most common questions I've received is, what were some of my favorite places? Well, today, that's what we're going to look at. I'm going to count down my favorite places, country by country. I have fond memories of New Zealand. I decided to live in Taupo because of the small community and the ability to make friends fairly easily. It was a choice I'll never regret. All my favorite things in New Zealand, besides the people, have to do with nature. First, I love Hooka Falls. I love the power it exudes. I love the electricity it provides. I love how clear and blue the water is. Second is Lake Taupo. Each night watching the sunset made me feel closer to God. The lake has magical powers that can make a dreary day beautiful, and the swimming, jet skiing, and boating, and sunning make you feel warm inside. Third is the Golden Bay in Abel Tasman National Park. There is nothing like hiking and kayaking in this stunning area. When seals come up right to you, and the beaches aren't full of people, you know you've hit paradise. Australia has always been a big deal to me, partly because I lived there in 2002 and 2003. But during this trip, I decided that it was time to reconnect with old friends and old places in Sydney, but also to go see what has developed in the tropical north of Queensland. It was great to see all my favorite spots in Sydney, from Watson's Bay to the harbour ferry rides. It was great being in such a familiar place that I miss every day. Cairns has changed since my last visit there. The Esplanade looked amazing and the lagoon was so refreshing and beautiful. Thailand's always been a bit intriguing for me. I was fascinated with a book and movie called The Beach, so I wanted to explore the beaches, the coves, and most importantly, the Thai lifestyle. One of the favorite spots in Thailand for me was Koh Phangan, the island at the center of the crazy monthly full moon parties. The event takes place in the crescent-shaped Ha Dren beach on the island. Although it is the site of a huge monthly party, it is still relaxing and stunning. There's so much I can say about Niue. This tiny island in the South Pacific that can barely be seen by the naked eye is brilliant. I spent one of the best weeks of my life there, and there are two places that stand out as my favorite. First, the Limu pools are a spot Niue is known for. The mix of salt and fresh water along with high and low tides make it a change from each visit I made. There were fish swimming about, rock formations that looked more like sculptures, and a warm sun was ever present. It was relaxing yet interesting, almost like a paradise we all search for. Second was the Vicona Chasm. It is a favorite spot not only for the beauty, but also the lengths it took to arrive at the angry sea. It took lots of hours of hiking through thick brush, trees, and coral to arrive at the spot. I saw trees and plants that were new to me, but once we arrived, the chasm was worth it. There was a storm off in the distance, and the water was hitting the island with such force. The rocks had a red color, and there were pools on top of the rocks filled with fish trapped on the coral. India is truly amazing. It taught me a lot about the kind of traveler I am, and also about the mental stamina I possess. It was difficult, but two of the best places on the trip were found in India. First, the Monkey Palace situated in Jaipur proved to be well worth the hot drive. It overlooks the city of Pink, and there are plenty of people trying to take your money off of you. But when you start walking towards the top and see hundreds of thousands of monkeys following you, it is amazing. There are cows and even goats all over the trail up the hill. The view at the top was brilliant, and the walk down proved to be just as nice. Second, the Taj Mahal. It always looked like a fake mausoleum to me. You see pictures and don't think it can be a real place. It is almost like a movie or stage backdrop. Even standing on the grounds at a distance, you feel like it is still something so fake. It doesn't become real until you're actually sitting on a pillar and touching the wall. Egypt was a blessing in disguise. I was hot, tired, and cranky from all the traveling I had done in really difficult countries. And in Egypt, I was going to be staying at the house of an American family living there. I was also able to meet up with my friend Khalid, a local Egyptian who was there to show me around. My favorite part of Egypt is the pyramids of Giza and the Sphinx. These amazing structures have been in the same spots for thousands of years, only with a bit of wear and tear. I still cannot believe how close these structures are to the city of Cairo, which is just in the background of the two structures. I expected them to be somewhere out in the middle of the desert. Croatia was a relief. There's nothing more stunning than the beaches and clear water of the Adriatic Sea. The small island of Jerusalem, near Hvar, stands out as my favorite place in Croatia. It is an easy hike around the island with its rocky coast, but you could easily see beautiful Hvar and other beaches in the Adriatic. A lack of sand made the water glorious blue and clear for many meters. France will always make me happy. The people there get a bad rap for being rude, but really they're more romantic and entertaining. One of the best parts about France for me was being able to drive around the south of France in a little Fiat and explore the countryside. When you are taking a car past a stunning 13th century chateau or down a small road where trees act as canopies, you know you are in the right place. There are lavender fields for miles and sunflowers pointing their heads at the warm beacon in the sky. There is food and drink and very interesting people. People will still ask me about my favorite part of the Around the World trip, and I will still question it every day. But I do know how much each individual country means to me. Because of the countries I picked, I got to see so many new ecosystems, diverse religions, crazy kinds of food, and the best part, meeting so many new people. This kind of trip isn't easy for most people, but it is my passion, what I live for, and so it is part of me, however difficult to understand. But the best part of the trip is the encouragement and support I receive from my parents, brother, sister-in-law, nephew, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, and friends. It was hard being away from everyone, but it makes me a better person. Hopefully, the blog helped you to experience and enjoy the trip with me. And for those of you who did spend the time and money to visit me, a huge thank you. I am Nick the Traveler, and thanks for watching.